Welcome to another episode of Roll Up a Power Up. So get your blunts rolled and your drink poured. Alright? Now look, so for this one, this is gonna be about the process that you making during your release. Alright? Now, last video I told y'all about the process you make on getting released. Now let me tell you how it go after you get released. After you walk out them doors. Now you a free man. But you ain't as free as you think you is. Alright? I had to pull up for this one. Cause just when you thought you was free, you really ain't free. What I'm about to tell you is strictly coming from my experience. You know what I'm saying? Alright? Nah. So let me start where I left off at on the last video. They hand you your clothes. So if you get sentenced to 10 years in prison or something like that, when you get out, they had your clothes for you that you got locked up in 10 years ago. Here in Michigan prison. You know what I'm saying? In other states, it might be different things, but here in Michigan, you would get your clothes back that you got locked up in. So when I got released, they gave me my clothes that I got locked up in. I did 4 years. So here it is, 4 years later, I'm putting on them same clothes I was wearing that I got locked up in. Man, being free, just putting them clothes on, knowing I'm a free man. I couldn't fit them clothes. Them clothes like three sizes too small for me. I was real slim and trim. My clothes ain't fit me. You know what I'm saying? So it was a good feeling putting that on and seeing how much weight I done lost and, things like that, right? Now, this is another thing. When you get released, that's a whole nother process. So if they tell you getting released at 9 a.m., you not gonna get out and be free to probably like 11, 12 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? Because they got to run your name through all the systems all around the world, all around the country at least. They got to run the check on you, make sure you don't got no more warrants, things like that. You know, so it's a process. So you just sitting there waiting. That's another hard time of your time because at that point, you still not 100% free. You being released, but you're not free yet. So you still being held on the inside in a cell until they done clearing your name. Hardest 2 hours of your life. You know what I'm saying? Because now you sitting there in street clothes. You got your parole. You know this your out date, and you here to be released. And you not being released. You still being held. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the closer you get to being free, the harder the time get. You know what I'm saying? All right. So your processing time go past. You don't got no warrants in no other states. Ain't no other states looking for you, nothing like that. Okay. Now the correctional facility release you. Now you get out. Right before you get out, they have you sign a gun law if you on parole. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't know how it works if you get flat time. What's flat time, Mr. Roller? Basically, if you go see the judge for sentencing, your judge say, hey, you got 10 years flat. That's flat time, meaning you just do 10 years and you go home. But if the judge don't say that, if the judge say like 10 to 15, 10 to 20, 10 to life, that's called a tail, meaning the parole board can flop you at any given time for having that tail. You know what I'm saying? So unless you get flat time, you're going to be on parole. And if you're going to be on parole, you have to sign a gun law. What's the gun law, Mr. Roller? I did a video about me signing the gun law to get out of prison. The gun law means that if you get caught with a gun, it's an automatic 5 years. You know what I'm saying? It's a little hot, Automatic 5 years. You know what I'm saying? If you get caught with a gun or be around a gun, it's an automatic 5 years, right? So gun law is saying no guns, stay away from them, stay out of trouble. You know what I'm saying? So you sign the gun law, meaning you can never possess a gun. You can't leave the country. You know what I'm saying? You gonna fail a lot of background checks. You know, things of that nature. The gun law restrict you from a lot of things. But if you want to be a free person, just like everybody else, this is the process that you had to go through. So you sign the gun law. You sign your rights over. You say, hey, I don't want to be responsible for having a weapon. I am a law abiding citizen. I won't have no weapons, no nothing. And this is your agreement that you signed in with the state saying that I won't possess any weapons because I don't want to have to come back to where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? So when you do that, you giving all your rights away. So if they catch you with a gun, they can do whatever they want with you because you signed that law. You know what I'm saying? All right. Now you can sign the gun law. Now you get out. You free now, right? All right. Well, now that you out, all you people hugging you, you know, everybody happy to see you. You happy to be out. You happy to see your people. Good day, right? So now you get in the car, you ride off. Everybody asks you all these questions about prison. You just looking out the window, happy to see the roads. You see cars, you see people. You see people jogging up the street, smiling, you know, listening to their music. You see people eating at restaurants. You know what I'm saying? It's like you a happy man to be back in the world. You know what I'm saying? Where it ain't misery and peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and Zuzus and Wham Whams and summer sausages and cook ups and things like that. It's real food. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a hell of a feeling, you know. So first day out, I'm like, okay, what I come on to, you know? I'm thinking I'm about to come on to some money, some clothes, maybe a car, you know what I'm saying? I'm thinking I'm about to come on to something straight. No, I came home to $250 in credit. Not in cash, in credit. So you know what I did? I spent about $150 on that. I had got a t-shirt, some jogging pants, some Timberland boots, the Euro hikers, you know what I'm saying? And I had got me a little zip up hoodie. Spent about $150 on that. Then I went and got me a phone. It was about $100. That was my 250 in credit. Remember, it was in credit. You know what I'm saying? That's what I came on to. So basically, I came on to an outfit and a cell phone. I had to make things happen from there, right? All right. Well, that's what I come on to, right? All right. So I hop on Facebook. I get to posting pictures. I'm out here. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. Everybody all in my inbox, all in my comments. Where you at? Drop your number. Everybody on my head. I'm feeling good. You know what I'm saying? I'm back. Everybody on me. You know what I'm saying? It's a good feeling, right? So I'm dropping my number to people that I fuck with, that I want to see, things like that, right? Later on that night, I didn't talk to a couple people, but I ain't linked with nobody. This is my first day out. You know what I'm saying? So uh, the girl I told y'all about before, which was like one of my first, maybe my first love for real. I told y'all how she moved in with me when I was 18. I had got an apartment in the burbs and all of that, and she got pregnant by my big homie. That girl, she hit me up that same night I got out. You know what I'm saying? And came through, and she got me together. So mind you, this is my first day out. I'm feeling good. Girl then came through, slide me up, let me clap the buns. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling good, man. I'm laid in the bed. I'm in my own room, big king size bed, coming from basically a metal slab, with a thin ass mattress like that thin to a whole king size bed by myself in a room by myself, and I just got mopped up. You know what I'm saying? All that build up I had, I got it out of me. You know what I'm saying? Coming from jacking off to porno pictures in prison to actually getting some real pussy in the world. You know what I'm saying? Hell of a difference, man. So fresh out was a good time. You know what I'm saying? It's a good feeling, man. But when you on parole, meaning you didn't get that flat time, you had got a tail with it, you got that parole and they let you out, guess what? That's when the games begin. So when you get out, they tell you got 24 hours to contact your parole officer, meaning that you had to go down to the parole office, check in with your parole officer, and you go from there, right? I got out my first day out. I ain't hit my PO up, none of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm out. This is my first day. I hit you up tomorrow. I got 24 hours. You know what I'm saying? It's about 8 a.m. next morning, day two of being out. I'm in the bed, knocked out. Do 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 do. Somebody banging on my door, right? I jump up. I ain't had no shirt on. You know what I'm saying? So I went to the door. I'm ripped up, cut up, all in shape, all that, right? I open the door. It's my PO. She was a black lady. You know what I'm saying? When she seen me, man, she was on me. You know what I'm saying? And I made a video about, actually, I made a video and a live about my PO being on my head. You know what I'm saying? So y'all can go check out the video and a live I did about my PO. I wasn't lying. Like, she really was digging me for real. You know what I'm saying? So she stepped in. I'm like, what's going on? I thought I was supposed to be calling you, blah, blah, blah. She like, well, I had to come by and check, blah, 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 type shit. But she liked what she saw, you know. So she pull out a cup, one of these, told me go piss in it. You know what I'm saying? In the bathroom. And she stood right there at the bathroom watching me take a piss. First mistake. When it come to piss tests, a man is supposed to piss test the men. A woman is supposed to piss test the women. So she was bold for that one right off the rip. Number two, if you is gonna make an at-home piss test, you're supposed to have an officer with you to assist you. She came by herself. So them was the two major red flags I seen right off the rip, which told me she was just digging me. You know what I'm saying? Because she came by herself and she piss test me and she not supposed to. You know what I'm saying? That's just against, they system. That's just how it go, for sexual reasons and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Because just like to say she could have been there to give me a piss test and I could have just whipped out and, been on her, you know what I'm saying, type shit, and she in my house and I'm assaulting her while she in my house. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. So it's reasons why they not supposed to do it like that. And usually they don't do at home piss tests. They make you come to the office and do a piss test there. Because if you fail the piss test, they lock you up right then and there and send you straight to the county jail. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to coming to your house and if you do fail, they don't know if they're gonna take you to jail or not because you at home. You know what I'm saying? That's supposed to be in office thing. So I knew off the rip that she was just digging me. You know what I'm saying? So got past that. I passed the piss test. She gave me my stipulation. She told me to come to the office to report. Blah blah blah. Right? I get to the office later on that day. She ran down all my stipulations. She told me she was cool. She like, hey, I know you gonna do what you gotta do. Just give me a call. Let me know. And we could go from there. You know how things go. Because one of my stipulations on parole was I can't drive a motor vehicle until I get my license back. I was $10,000 in the hole at the time, so I know I wouldn't get my license back. So basically, she telling me like, "Hey, if you gonna be out here driving and you get caught up, let me know so I could erase the tickets out the system, so you won't go to jail for it." You know what I'm saying? Crazy work, but that was the truth. Man, we did that for almost 2 years straight. You know what I'm saying? I got caught up one time. She had to violate me. I went to jail. It was what it was. After that, they gave me a whole new PO because they found out what my old PO was doing. But by this time, I was almost off parole. So they gave me a whole new PO. You know what I'm saying? Whole new parole officer. Parole and probation, two completely different things. On parole, if you violate, matter of fact, I'm gonna put it like this. If you on probation and you violate, you might get like 5 days for violating probation. You on parole and you violate parole, it's automatic 30 days. You know what I'm saying? So it's a complete big difference between probation and parole. And when you violate parole and you do your 30 days, your stipulations get stricter. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, parole a whole lot different. So I basically walked down my parole with a PO that was digging me. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the road, when they finally caught up to what was going on with me and her, they swapped her out, gave me a new parole officer. She told me that they was gonna give me a new parole officer. She like, hey, they got hip to what we was doing. They swapping me out. You know what I'm saying? So I got a new PO. Little short dude. He was like 5'3", about 400 pounds. Named Steven Stevenson. I made a video and a live talking about him too. You know what I'm saying? Well, I think that was in the video about my parole officer. You know what I'm saying? That guy hated me. You know what I'm saying? He tried everything he could to put me back in prison, but I followed all the rules. I walked down the rest of my parole time. I think I had like 3 or 4 months left by the time I got him, right? He was trying everything he could to try and get me up out of there, but he couldn't. So my discharge day came. He didn't even give me my papers on my discharge day. I had to wait like a whole nother week after my discharge date just to get my papers. Like he was trying any little thing he could. Like he was trying to book me, but he couldn't because he know I'm a player. He know I did my thing. So he was trying to get me before I got off, but I handled business. I got up out of there. But just so you know, parole ain't nothing easy. Nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, and when you get busted on parole, you go back and do some time. Even if it's just driving on suspended, you looking at about a good 2 months in jail just for doing it. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be careful on parole, man. Parole is a scary sight as well. You know what I'm saying? And after you violate so many times, they just hit you with a new case and send you back to prison. You know what I'm saying? So don't be playing around with parole just because you free and you out. Don't think that that's all there's to it. Like, nah, you still got some paperwork to follow. You know what I'm saying? And that paperwork a lot worse. You feel me? It is what it is, man. You know, but being a free man comes with a lot of responsibilities. And that parole is number one, you know. So don't think just because you finally walked out them gates, you free, because it ain't that simple, man. You got parole after you not, you know. And if you don't do it right, your ass go right back to the joint. You know what I'm saying? So don't think that after you got released, you know what I'm saying, it's easy peasy and you good now. Like that's like some of the most critical timing right there alone. You know what I'm saying? Is being out on parole. You know, like they watch you extra hard. They make more money by bringing you in, bringing you back in as a recapture. You know what I'm saying? So you get out on parole, walk on eggshells, man, because they itching to bring you back. You know what I'm saying? They make their money off you. You don't make no money off of them. That's just how the system works. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, this gave y'all some insight on how this prison shit work. It ain't no party like these clowns be making it seem like. This shit is a nightmare just to become a free man all over again. It's been another episode of Roll Up a Pour Up. So get your blunts rolled and your Drake poured.